Hi guys, welcome to the JKT Radio Podcast number 58. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Kira. I gotta not use my gamer tag. And I am joined here by my other hostess with the mostest, who are currently Mass Effect squad members. I'm going to be Grunt. And I'm joined... Devin.
I'm gonna be everybody's favorite space boyfriend, Garrus.
Hey. McBride.
Fuck, what's her name? Kelly, the reporter.
Yes.
And Chris.
Is Liara a name? I feel like I've heard that name.
That is
Yes,
accurate.
we are.
Yes.
That is in there.
Okay, because I don't know Mass Effect.
I know it took me a while to think of a name. It was like, fuck, I know the people, but like trying to put a
I
name to them.
don't
It's like,
play
yeah.
it.
Well, because also McBride, you've
Sorry,
only
no.
played Andromeda, and that had all the
I know.
the
And
the,
even
the,
that,
the
it's
B,
like,
the B
fuck,
characters.
Like for how many times I've played
I don't know,
it, it's
man.
like, fuck, I don't know.
I haven't played any.
Drax and Vetro were pretty
I mean,
good.
yeah, Drax and Vetra are pretty. I
There
love
we go.
Jal.
Yep.
I liked Jal.
I like Jal. He's
Jal
cool.
was good.
I mean, I don't know
yeah.
of any other video game series that where you can get blown beside a waterfall by a blue alien.
Space.
True.
Gotta love Mass Effect. Yeah, for anyone wondering, when we do those bits, most of the time it's whatever's sitting on my desk. My options were not fantastic right now.
So what was sitting on your desk that led you to Mass Effect then?
I have a pop of Grunt that is actually signed by the voice actor.
I remember that.
sitting
I
up
was
here.
there. That was the first fan expo I ever went to, where you got that signed by
Very
Steve Blum.
nice.
I did. Me and my brother went, found the amiibo for Grunt, opened it, and asked him to sign it. We actually had it in the box originally. We wanted him to sign the box, and we went up, and he's like, "Can I open it and actually sign the figure?" And we're like, "Yeah, yes, yes,
You
you
do
may.
what you want.
Yes, you may." So yeah, he sits here on my desk next to Garrus.
Nice.
My other options were I have a Pokemon here, which I know only McBride would be able to answer my riddle 3.
I
Probably.
mean, I might have.
Me, no. I know
Yeah, I
literally nothing about. I the only stuff I know about Pokemon
Oh my god.
is from the Detective Pikachu movie.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah, and in the direction I was facing, the only other thing that's extremely there is the very late Christmas present I got, which is sitting here.
Aw.
Nice.
Which is what?
No,
No.
it's not.
What is it?
Oh no.
It's a dice tower.
Oh,
It's a dice
right.
tower.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh god.
What? Wait. What?
Yeah.
Oh, like a tower for storing your dice?
Yes.
Because you
No,
have.
like a tower for rolling. A tower for rolling. You drop them in the top and they roll to the bottom.
Oh,
I
yes,
love
remember
it.
seeing
No,
those.
but I know what this tower this one is.
Wait.
Yeah, it's custom made
What is it?
It's for Barnabas.
for Barnabas.
Is it
Oh,
a
dear.
horse cock?
Well, it's a cock.
I love how. I'm not even saying that as a joke. That's legitimately the first thing I thought it was going to be when you mentioned Barnabas. I'm like, horse dick. Okay. Like,
It
I
is
wasn't
the
even.
entire
just
the
so-
entire tower.
just something that
is
takes
just
up the
one giant
entire
vein.
desk.
And all the
Yeah.
tubes are just
It's-
all the little slides are just the veins. And, oh,
Oh,
God.
You're making it worse.
I know.
You're
Stop-
making it worse
stop
than it
making it
actually
imagery.
is.
But wait, what is
You're
it
making it
actually?
worse than it is. It's like if you're looking at it like not really paying attention, it looks like a stone tower, but the whole thing is shaped like a dick with a bunch of golden little dicks on it and a horse ass.
I love
So
it.
I was really not that
kinda
far
close.
off,
You were-
and that's
you were-
horrifying.
Yeah.
You were pretty much correct.
Oh dear.
There's a horse involved and it is a dick.
Yeah.
So-
God.
Oh,
It
dear.
was really
11
funny
more
because I was
episodes.
talking to people when I got it and I was all excited and I was opening it, and then they just heard my voice, the excitement of, oh, I know it's a dice tower, and then the oh
Oh dear.
Just
dear.
11 more episodes and we can explain all about Barnabas.
Yes.
True.
Our
Very
episode,
true.
our episode 69, our pièce de résistance.
Yeah.
The day we get
Yeah, but
kicked off the
that
internet.
tower had to made me have to explain the very quick story of who Barnabas was
Barnabas.
three
The Greek,
times
The Greek version
to
of
complete
Barnabas.
strangers.
Even though I think
3
Barnabas is
times.
already a Greek name. I think.
The goddamn. Okay. Do you want to see how weird my week was?
How weird was your week?
I got this. I had to explain the Barnabas story very vaguely 3 times. I applied to be a Minecraft judge. I won, but also Barnabas got voted. He got votes. The actual Barnabas got
is an
votes
Arabic name.
because of this story.
You got voted what?
He got voted in to be a judge.
Barnabas.
Barnabas.
Oh,
No.
Not me. Barnabas.
Oh no. Oh, that is a mistake. What have they done?
Me won. Me, Kira won. But Barnabas got votes.
Oh.
Kira won, but the day belonged to Barnabas.
It was really sad because he's like, okay, so here are the actual applicants, and then he said, the admin's like, okay, you can write in applicants. So, there was a total of 8 people by the end of the write-ins. Barnabas scored higher than an actual person.
Doesn't surprise me.
Now, like, do I know any of the people on this Minecraft server? Like, would I understand?
You know one person.
Ah.
Love.
What the fuck was that?
Me, AJ, also Central Laboratory.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry.
two.
It's just Chris gets up and just yells, "Love!" and then
Yeah.
doesn't elaborate.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I love
you
you
know
very
2
much,
if you
and
count
I'm
him.
very confused. Okay. So, oh god.
Yeah, it was fucking that's been my week. Is I campaigned for a fantasy position staring at this horrible dice tower which now lives on my desk. The only person who's actually come to question it or notice it is Vince, my brother.
I see.
My grandmother has walked in here, stood in front of it, and had a full-blown conversation with me as I'm staring from her to the dice tower, and her to the dice tower,
no.
her to the dice
It's
tower.
funny because I'm just imagining your small little grandmother,
It wouldn't surprise me though.
who, I mean, I don't really know your grandmother that well, but like, she looks like she's the innocent little grandmother, but
What?
I can almost guarantee she isn't. So
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she does not look like the innocent grandmother.
she absolutely like
Your
at first-
grandmother looks like the innocent grandmother.
Well, that's because she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there, I'm like,
Kira's
just having this
grandmother looks like
conversation
she's
with-
holding the secrets to world destruction.
Well, no, my grandmother is very much the nice, sweet old grandmother who acts very much like the sweet old grandmother. But when I actually am realizing, I'm like, oh, my grandmother could totally like chop wood. Like I can see my grandmother doing that thing that Captain America does in Age of Ultron, where he just tears the chunk of wood in half. I just look at my grandmother, and she's in like, for a woman her age, she's in great shape, and I'm just like. It suddenly just made me realize, I'm like, oh shit, I think my grandmother could, like, you know, kick ass if she so choose.
Yeah,
Probably
I know my grandma's health isn't doing the greatest. So I know she can't do that anymore. I know she used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had an adventure this week. Also, I spent like, I think 7 hours just making giant fungus mushrooms.
They didn't give me a fork. Also, I would
I-
have to say, I didn't, before meeting Devin's grandmother, I didn't think that the gentle, sweet, nice grandmother stereotype actually was a real thing.
That's
My
real?
grandmother is neurotic.
And then you meet my grandmother.
This
and it's like,
can't be a
oh,
thing.
The stories are true.
Your entire family is like, I mean, those people that
Innocent
live in
little
the
sweethearts.
white, yeah, they live. It's like you live in a white picket fence, and that's an actual thing.
Those are real.
I mean, it's a slight oversimplification, but not
Is it?
by much.
Is it though?
But you
Not by
haven't
much.
met my cousins.
I'm pretty sure I did.
No, you haven't.
Is it or those?
Yes, you did. What
Yes,
am I
did.
saying? Yes,
I'm
you
like,
have.
I'm pretty sure.
It's been
I
so
did.
long, but you actually have met my cousins. They're like, I'm not saying no. In no means they're not like.
They're
you
the
know,
ones with the dog, right?
well, yeah,
Or is it the
that's
other
my oldest cousin. Yeah.
His entire family is like really nice and normal, and I don't understand how to act around that.
Just be yourself, darling. Be yourself.
No, that would not be.
No, I don't
And
think
you know
so.
what? The funniest thing is, babe, is that's my mother's side of the family. My dad's side of the family is even more like stereotypical white picket fence type.
Oh
My
my
mother's
Can't
God.
say
side
that
of the
because the last
it's-
the last conversation I had with your dad is we were gushing over Garrus.
Yes,
And
no, my
that's the last conversation I had with
my
your dad.
dad and his, because I got my father into Mass Effect and it's one of our primary talking points. My father's bromance with Garrus is just it's a thing of beauty.
I would like to point out,
Yeah.
me and my aunts are the most. One of my aunts are the most normal people in my entire goddamn family. We're also the tallest in my entire goddamn family for females, anyways.
Well, the thing is though, with my family is very it's like that scene from Up when at the beginning when they're getting married, and you look at the Ellie's side of the family, and they're like, like crazy hillbillies shooting off a shotgun in church. Then you look at Carl's side of the family, and they're all like stoic, dead faced,
My
just
entire family would
Yeah.
be Ellie's side of the family.
and like my mother's side of the family is not the crazy hillbilly type, but just comparing the two sides of my family, it's kind of like that.
Ho ho ho.
Just not as extreme.
Just nowhere near as
You
extreme.
are so lucky you've only met my mother and father. One of my dads. One of many.
Words. All right. So who's ready to talk about the thing the podcast is actually supposed to be? Let's get this podcast to be
The podcast.
a thing instead of talking about what the fuck just happened.
Sure,
What are we
let's
talking
get right
about?
the heck into it.
Originally, besides being the contradicting podcast, confrontational.
Maybe don't use that word.
No. That's
The
what it happened.
confrontational.
Contradictory podcast. We didn't want confrontation. We keep creating it.
Yes.
No, it was supposed to be about like the Vizima games
Oh,
and
yeah.
the media
Yeah.
and the things.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
not so much about like the whole like trying to keep up
Well-
with everything that's going on, because
No,
let's
we
face
can't
it,
do
we're
that.
not that in tune with everything that's going on, but just kind of like
We're not
new game
qualified.
news
Some of them.
or movie
Some
news
of
or something
them.
like that.
Although
Some
I will
of
say
them we
that
can do.
so the tabletop game for the Dragonborn is in full production. It looks like now.
Yeah, and that makes me very happy.
Yes.
Nice.
For Dragon Prince.
Mhm.
Yes, that's gonna be good.
So basically,
Um,
we've gone from McBride doing their kind of their version of Rayla in my campaign to like, well, now you can pretty
Play
much just play
Rayla.
as Rayla, and it's great.
You can do that now.
Don't tempt me. I will
Actually
give
do that.
Sif a Scottish accent. Don't tempt
Don't
me.
do it.
Please,
No.
please,
No.
please do
No.
it. Please do it.
No.
No.
There's enough chaos between
Maybe if
those
I have
two.
to, like,
between yours.
Give off that interpretation that like I have to
If you ever have
pretend
to play
that
human
I'm
Rayla.
from somewhere else to like dissuade someone, maybe.
You need to get disguised self and then just be, or mask of many faces and just be a human.
Human.
See, there we go.
Human Sif.
Okay.
Well, hello there, fellow
that's the
humans.
plan.
Human fellas.
Okay. Well, that's a thing now.
I love it.
Me as a
Ready?
GM making
I-
notes.
No,
Yeah, right.
I hate it, but I love it, but I hate it.
Oh,
the
dear. But yes,
chaos.
Kira.
But the chaos. Yeah, so, quick actual personal plugging. I know, McBride, you want to plug? You enjoy plugging.
I can plug about the
You
move.
can plug.
Oh, we haven't plugged.
Oh,
in a
not that
while.
plug. Not that plug. The fact that we're alive again.
Yes, we are alive again. It's been a hot couple of weeks. No, I was in the process of moving, and it was just, I just needed to focus all of my energy on that because there was a lot of things that needed to be done. We're all moved in. We've been here officially a full week now. Everything's in. Everything's good. Like, thank Christ that we have a second bedroom, because if you look at it, like all the other rooms, everything looks fine and put together, and everything else is in that second room. There's still stuff in
Yeah.
boxes. There's still stuff in bags. There's like, we're just gonna shut that door and pretend that everything's done.
Yep. That's a move.
That's pretty much exactly what happened with us
Yep.
as well.
For a while, and then it became okay, cool. This is now the D&D room. All of those boxes that I keep meaning to throw in recycling, and all of the Christmas decorations and Halloween decorations and the sword are just shoved into the massive closet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh fuck! Speaking of boxes, so we had to get a new couch, and of course the thing comes in giant cardboard boxes. So like,
you don't know what to
we
do
put
with
the
that
couch all
box,
together, and like, okay, cool. There's just a massive pile of boxes in the middle of the room now, and like we go downstairs to try and bring some of it down, but the cardboard bin was like completely full, and like, cool. We just live with giant boxes for a while. Like, they're one of the things that are still in that second bedroom. Just like that's like taking up probably 40% of the space in there right now. Just giant boxes everywhere.
Yep.
We still have the TV box, or the box for the giant TV we have.
Yeah.
Just sitting
Well,
there.
we figure we keep the boxes around in case, like...
You figure, because you don't like to throw away boxes.
I don't like to throw away anything.
Oh, so I'm actually getting better at that, and I made big steps, because before I would always save the boxes for like my PlayStation or the coffee machine, because it's just like it's gonna be easy to just like put it back in the box whenever we move. So when we moved into this place, because I knew we were gonna be here for at least 3 years, because it's the thing with my parents and all that, I made the big step and I started throwing out boxes.
Good for
So
you!
we no longer have the coffee maker box. I no longer have the PlayStation box. I'm throwing out boxes. It feels amazing.
Chris is staring at me so intensely.
I can't do anything because I also keep video game boxes.
That PlayStation box is around here somewhere.
Well, no, I
I
put
keep the
that
video game
in
box.
the D&D room,
Right.
which has become basically just the cat room, because we were like, oh yeah, we'll have this room for D&D when we're able to meet up in person and play D&D
You know, next year.
in 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe like realistically, hopefully, maybe like October, November.
Kiki's trying to lick the bottle of apple juice.
Well, it's because I have bacon residue on my fingers.
Kiki has come to say hello and shove her ass towards the microphone.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Obviously. So that means the gaming channel once again is up and running.
Yes,
yeah, and
we
me
did a
and
couple
Chris
episodes
will,
yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me and Chris will
Eventually start getting our own
pretty soon start getting our content out there.
You know.
Yeah,
whenever we get around
did you
to,
ever get that the Elgato figured out and working and everything yet?
It is working. It is set up and it's
Yep.
ready to go. I just have to install the games that we want to
And to find
play.
spare time
Okay.
when we're not trying to rewatch Game of Thrones again.
Yeah, rewatch Game of Thrones, or I'm currently going through like 3 or 4 different games that I like.
Yeah, because you're like Ghost of Tsushima.
I just finished Miles Morales. I'm going through Ghost of Tsushima, the new Black Ops game,
right.
and Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah, which is really pretty.
Yeah.
Valhalla is so
Yes.
pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard lots of good things, but I'm not investing my time in another Assassin's Creed.
That's
game. I'm sorry.
fair, because like honestly, I'm getting into Valhalla, and I'm there's part of me kind of hoping, like, I hope this isn't. I loved Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but there's also part of me that I'm like, it was such a insanely long fucking game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I'm just like, and I
the thing
loved
about Assassin's
playing it,
Creed
but
is-
afterwards I was just exhausted. So I'm like, I hope that Valhalla is like a little bit shorter. And
No.
I'm hearing people saying Valhalla is also too long, and I'm just like, okay.
I feel like
No, yep. But the thing about Assassin's Creed is it went for so long. It was just like, we're as accurate as possible. We took away this crossbow because it was not historical, and now you can ride a wolf.
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing: is
I mean, it could be a warg. You can ride those.
because it's very
Also, Odin's there.
Yeah, no, Valhalla, it's like she's literally interacting with Odin, and I'm not sure why as of yet. There might be an actual reason, but
Probably rule of cool.
Is my point in case.
I feel like it's like a D&D
As
campaign.
historically accurate as possible, and then they just decide to go fantasy.
I feel like it's it's a D&D game where like the first starting out it's like, oh yeah, no, we're going to be strictly by the book, rules as written, whatever. And then couple games that are just like, no, rule of cool.
Well,
You do whatever you want.
I think it's because, like, I remember hearing one of the developers talking about this, how they kind of stepped away from the strictly historically accurate aspect of the games. I think they're basically just saying, like, well, after a while, it just kind of, to them, felt like they were ignoring concepts for content that would be really cool and play really well in-game, because they felt more shackled by the concepts of having to make it historically accurate.
More research too.
You do, and also it's like there's so many interesting aspects of like these various periods of like their culture and their like mythology and stuff like that they never really get into, and it actually in a way kind of teaches you more about the actual mythology and stuff.
Bless you.
Plus, at least in Odyssey, they had like there was a very complicated excuse as to why there was like a sphinx there and why there was like a cyclops.
Yeah,
it's like
see, like in Origins and Odyssey, they gave some explanation to it, and now we've but like Valhalla, I'm just like, I liked the idea of Vikings. I was totally down for this. Go on it, and then I'm like,
to be fair, it seems to be fairly accurate.
there is no physical possible way you can ride a fucking wolf.
Well, no.
Unless you're my size. I could ride a wolf.
But aside from that, and even then, like, the weight would not be great for them because it'd be hard on their bones.
No.
But even, like, aside from that, it seems to be fairly accurate for Vikings.
Yeah, they actually they have a lot of like the Viking terminology in there.
Like the skulls are really cool.
And the fact that they also like they don't actually refer to themselves as Vikings. It's like, we need to go a Viking.
Yeah, that's what it
Which is
yeah,
what it
no,
actually
okay,
means.
that part is accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they were Norsemen. And then, yeah, they would go Viking.
they would go Viking, which caused the name Vikings.
Or
It's the other-
or if you were the Thule people, I believe, in like the 900 AD or something like that, long time ago, it would be the Clabdalunite, I think it was.
I can't remember what they were.
That was actually the term that the people of Canada actually gave the Vikings way back then when they were called.
Yeah, but I
Strelings.
don't think it was that. I don't remember what it was.
No, it was Clabdalunite.
There was a few though, because there was different tribes.
Yeah, there's
And different
Yeah, I
landings?
think it was like because there's the three. There's the Markland, Vinland, and Helluland.
Yeah, I don't think that was Vinland. 'Cause Vinland's the only one I can remember that they landed on, and I don't remember that name.
It was a little bit more of an excuse. I only knew about this because I was like obsessively researching into like Canadian history a long time ago.
The worst history.
Honestly, yeah.
But no,
It really
we
is.
were talking about it. We were talking about how it would be cool.
It is, and you know
Oh
it.
yeah, they were gonna run out of. We were talking about how they're gonna probably run out of eras to go through, and then we were talking about how they should definitely do a Cold War time period.
Yeah, because you're thinking like, well, what if they eventually run out of all the really cool eras and they decide to go into like a modern day? And I was like, yeah, but like the modern day storyline in Assassin's Creed is literally the worst part of every Assassin's Creed game. But then we're like, well, hang on, what if they go into like a modern day, but not quite modern day? What if it's like they go into like the Cold War or something like that?
Yeah, so you could do that, but also probably one of the reasons why the Desmond, the modern line is so bad is they put like
No
no
effort
effort.
There's no
into
effort
it.
into
Like-
any of it.
For the first couple
It's
games were actually
so
really
boring.
cool when they did that.
Yeah, like the first two games, to me, are the only ones that actually like
And then they're like,
gave
oh,
a shit.
no, everybody's here for the past tense thing. We'll just pigeonhole it in so you
Focus on
remember
that.
that
Focus
it's
on
there.
that. I always remember laughing when Assassin's Creed 3 was like, what's the plot of this game? The 2012 apocalypse, and I'm like, wow. And that actually gets brought up in the modern day bit for Valhalla, and I'm like, oh my god, they're still writing on the whole 2012 apocalypse that never fucking happened. It's just
They could have just said 2020.
At least that's consistent.
at least it's consistent, but it's like even I think the developers realize that it's like nobody's here for the modern day storyline.
Which is sad because
Nobody
you could
cares.
do really cool things with the modern day.
Well,
storyline.
they had a really interesting concept originally with this idea of like, you know, this precursor race. Then there's this like kind of original Adam and Eve, but they were like actually these.
Nobody seems to
prototype
agree on
people.
where the assassins and the Templars start. It's kind of throwing me.
Well, from what I can tell is the assassins started in Egypt in Origins, because that's literally about how the order started.
The assassins start.
And every other game, it's like every other game until like the Crusades, where they actually call themselves assassins. Because like in Valhalla, since the timeline actually is starting to kind of get pretty close to the original Assassin's Creed, you have at least two characters who are there who are like they're dressed up in like the full like OG Assassin's Creed garb, but they're called like the hidden ones or something.
Yeah,
So
they haven't come up with the correct name yet.
Yeah, hey, I came up with that name before I played Valhalla. Thank you very much. And yeah, and then there's also like the order that's like they're not the Templars yet, but they're totally the Templars.
Oh yeah, with that whole bit.
Yeah, that whole bit, and it's like, oh, cool, that one thing in Odyssey that took up so much time and hunting all these people down. Oh, it's back.
Cool.
It was fun doing it, but it was so time consuming.
Yeah, really quick points on just some things. If nobody has checked out the Minecraft update and you're wanting to, I would go look at it just for terraforming blocks. They're beautiful. I can have green in the nether and it's not wool.
Huh.
This means nothing to me, but cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know Minecraft very well, so I'm just like...
And the other point that I have before we get into the game show, I know you all want the game show, is since we're about a month into the new year, we've got new TV shows coming out.
We do? What shows? I haven't actually been paying
Oh
attention.
my god. Well, I know all the anime is starting up again.
Oh yeah, it's anime season again.
It's anime season
has
started.
a season?
Oh yeah, you get the spring season and you get the winter season or the something like that.
The fall. It's spring and fall.
Right. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
So we're
But there's
heading into
also-
spring soon.
Yeah, we're spring into the spring season. Some of them are just like you have your winter break and it continues,
Yeah,
but some of them start now.
Yeah.
Yes, some of them are starting now. The one that I think is getting a lot of hype, I just started watching season 1, is The Promised Neverland. Season 2 is starting.
Oh, I've heard of
I've
heard
mention
of The
of that.
Promised Neverland. I know it's on Netflix, and I know it's one of those things where it's like, you think it's this kind of cutesy thing, and it's really not.
No, there's only 12 episodes in season 1, and I just finished season 10 last night, or episode 10 last night. I was on the verge of tears.
Oh no.
Yeah, I feel like...
But I have a friend who's kind of watching it with me, so I'm like, okay, we said we'd stop at 10. I went to bed.
That was kind of like... Not quite, but it was kind of like us with,
Guys.
me and Chris started watching the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh god, yeah, we still have
And the thing is,
That's
here's the thing.
old, but yes.
We've been enjoying it so far.
And then we got
but
to that episode.
both the thing is, it's such a
Episode 3.
famous episode. Both of us knew it was coming.
We didn't know it was coming that early.
I didn't know it was going to be that soon. It was like the 4th episode of the first season.
Yeah, it's...
We thought it
Yeah.
was much later.
I thought that was like a midpoint of the series or something.
Or
No.
or at
No.
least midpoint
That's
of
like
season 1.
one of the first episodes.
Like I thought it'd be at least midpoint of season 1.
And I remember watching this, and I knew, because I'd already heard about that episode, I knew everything that was going to happen
And they
in
like
that
they mentioned
episode.
the doctor. I'm like, oh, okay, they're introducing him now, but then they'll do that fucked up thing later.
No.
Nope.
Nope. It's all
Nope.
in that episode.
And it's like, oh, okay,
Yep.
I was not prepared.
Oh,
in
God.
the... Because Brotherhood is technically the one true to the manga, there is another one before that they wrote before that.
Yeah.
They did before that. That does happen midway through, because it's only like one season. The other ones that I know are coming out, or have come out, is... So What, I'm a Spider, or I'm a Spider, So What, Someone Reincarnates as a Spider.
Huh.
I think there's a new season of Dr. Stone. Humans have gone back to the Stone Age, but he managed to live through something. I don't even know. I've never watched it.
I remember,
Eh.
I haven't seen it, but there was a YouTube channel where this guy gets, like, all of his family members to watch different anime, and he got his parents to watch an episode of Dr. Stone, and I guess there's a scene where because I guess the whole thing in Dr. Stone is that everybody's been turned to stone except for, like, 1 or 2 people. And this one guy is stuck in stone, and he breaks out of the stone, and he's, like, completely naked, and he's, like, super ripped.
Oh,
And
dear.
this, like, woman
Oh,
in her
yeah.
60s, she's just like, oh, that body! That body! And it just made me laugh so hard.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. There are some other ones. that I know of. I know Given, which is again I think like an under 20 episode TV show that's just kind of light fluff. Got a movie which is supposed to tie up some loose ends. Haven't seen it yet. I got reincarnated as slime. Season 2 is out.
Oh yeah, that show you were talking
Shield
about.
Hero Season 2 is coming out soon. Obviously, stuff like One Piece, Naruto, Black Clover, they're still going.
Well,
Naruto's still going?
No, Naruto's not still going now. It has, well, technically it is, but it isn't. Because Naruto finished.
Still called
But it has
Naruto.
Well, no, there's Boruto now. There's his son.
It's called Boruto Naruto.
Well, yeah, but it's his son.
It's still Naruto.
Well, yes, but no.
Oh.
The other big thing that happened is Attack on Titan's over.
Well, it's not over, but its final season is currently airing.
I thought the final episode came out already.
Oh no, that's not the final episode. There's still a.
I was told it was the
there's still a
final episode.
It might be the final episode of the first part of season 4 because they split their seasons into 2 parts.
Okay.
So it might be.
I
the
got told
first
that was
half.
the final episode.
No, because I know there's stuff that happens in the manga that hasn't happened yet, so I know there's more.
There should be
Alright.
episodes.
Yeah, so
episode 10
that's
of,
finishing up.
of season 4 should be coming in on the 17th apparently.
Oh.
Well, they only have 8 episodes here on Crunchyroll. Alright. For real people TV shows, the only one I can remember that actually looks somewhat interesting is called Resident Alien.
Oh yeah, I delivered to that show because it's shot
I love
in
that
Vancouver,
show.
so I've actually dealt with that show.
Is it good?
Oh, did you want to
It's
talk
amazing.
about WandaVision, or is it too early to talk about it?
Oh.
That's me. It looks good in the previews.
Yeah, well, that's because it's got Alan Tudyk in it, and Alan Tudyk can do no wrong. So,
Well, don't
Pretty
say
much.
that yet. There's a lot of actors that suddenly can do wrong.
yeah, but I feel like there's not going to be like an Army Hammer situation where it's like, oh, he's actually a cannibal.
No, but there's also, other things that I worry. I just don't trust any actor anymore.
I mean, that's fair. That's really fair, especially nowadays.
Did we want to talk about WandaVision though,
Oh yeah.
or is it too early?
Have any of you guys checked out WandaVision on Disney Plus?
I've
Not
seen half
yet.
of the first
It's
episode, and that's about
Really
it.
Interesting.
The first two.
All I
it
know
doesn't-
is it's supposed to be like Disney does X-Files or something.
It's one of those shows that it's like you got to give it kind of time to kind of build because you don't like the first 2 episodes are straight up just Wanda and Vision doing a 50s sitcom.
I had to leave the first episode because of secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, and
Oh my goodness.
That
plays like a 50s sitcom, but every once in a
Yeah,
while
it's-
something kind
it's
of weird
very
happens.
Like the
Jeez.
first one seems like I Love Lucy, and the second one you seemed it like it was like Bewitched almost.
Well, it's like they go from like the 50s sitcom to like a 60s sitcom, and then they've
Well,
been
aren't they
going
going
kind of
through the
further, further to,
decades
like,
with
the
every
70s.
episode?
Well,
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
But then there's also like there's a whole other plot going on with like why this is all happening in the first place. And it's gone to the point now where it's like it's actually building up to something really interesting. And obviously since the episode just aired, so I won't say anything.
But wow.
But they just did something in the last episode that's honestly like it's like the Thanos snap level of like holy shit, they've just kind of altered the MCU forever, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's big.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like you hear this and then you hear kind of what they might be doing with like the Doctor Strange and the new Spider-Man movie. It's like, oh, that's how they're gonna do that. And
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's from what I haven't even. I should actually. I should personally watch.
you
more
should
of the
actually
episodes,
watch
but
it because it also it shines a bit of a spotlight on some of the like really like the side NPCs in the MCU. Like you got the
NPCs. You're talking like a DM here.
I am well because like Darcy from Thor and Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man, like those are NPCs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're actually like,
Jimmy Woo's good.
and yeah, it's one of those things where it's like give it time to build because at first it's just like what the fuck is this, but then it's like oh okay, as they keep building and they explain what's going on. That and also to me it shows that they've been severely underutilizing Elizabeth Olsen's acting abilities because like holy shit,
course.
she's amazing, and it's like because like you got her as Wanda, but then you also have her playing Wanda as a 50s housewife, and she's doing like, you know, that kind of high-pitched voice and everything, and then it's like they cut to her in real life and she's got her like regular European accent back. That kind of was really first started off really strong.
I hope she got better with that Russian that she tried to do.
Oh, if there's a bit where she uses it in one of the newer episodes, that's like, oh wow, she definitely, it's a lot stronger here than it has been for a while. It's a really interesting show because it's like, admittedly, I've been kind of off the Marvel hype train for a while, just not because I haven't been enjoying it. I've just been kind of exhausted especially after like
you almost just need a
Endgame.
Detox after everything that happened.
After like Endgame, I was like, okay, I need
Far From Home was like, after that, it's like, okay.
Well, especially because
there's nothing to wait for.
Well, that and also when they started announcing all of the stuff that was going to be coming out on Disney Plus, like all of the shows, I was like, oh fuck. It was like, it's like when you get done fighting one person and you look up and there's like an even bigger person. It's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to like
deal with that.
Get through all of this content in order to understand what's going on. And honestly, some of the stuff I look that's coming out there, I'm like, okay, I have no intention of watching this. This doesn't sound interesting to me, but WandaVision definitely hooked me because it was like actually like pretty good. So yeah, it was one of those things like I think it's also the fact that it's like it's not this giant 3-hour effects extravaganza. It's like they're like small half-hour episodes, and it's like, okay, you're able to kind of digest it a little bit better instead of just kind of taking it all in. Because it's like, I feel like that happens a lot with a lot of like the actual movies. It's like I watch it, I enjoy it well enough, and then about a month later I can't remember anything about it.
It's the Michael Bay effect.
It's kind of the Michael Bay. Well, the thing is with Michael Bay, his stuff is like honestly so irritating and bad that like I remember it even though I wish I didn't. Whereas with Marvel, it's like it's fine. It's not bad. Like there's good acting. The writing can be hit or miss, but this is just me being salty that they just completely forgot about Star-Lord's character development after Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'm
pretty much
gonna be salty because it's like literally he goes through so much personal growth in Guardians 2, and then in Infinity War he's just an idiot again. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You were doing so good. You know what else we're doing so good in?
Lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get this started. Also, can I just say, they took out Thor's eye and then they just immediately gave him back an eye. I'm like, but he looked cool with the eye patch.
I loved him so much better without an eye. It was great.
Also, it was a full like it was basically a precursor to, hey, you see all that character development that they just did? Bye.
Pretty much.
Anyways, lines.
Where's it go? So, starting first off, we have our... Come on, Google. There we go. We have our first song. That was in the Canada Top 100. And... Actually, yeah. I can't say the first couple verses because it's literally the name of the song over and over and over again. But cool. I will start off starting off at the third verse. And it goes like this. If I get to know your name, well, I could trace your private number, baby.
What?
If I get to know your name, I could trace your private number, baby. Why does that sound familiar?
It's one of those songs that's going to sound familiar, and you're probably going to be kicking yourselves when you find out what it is.
Get off that.
Because it's a pretty well-known song.
It's Justin Timberlake.
It's not Justin Timberlake.
Okay. It was along those lines of, this is a cringy enough to be it.
What year did it come out?
It came out in 1985.
Get off that.
Okay.
Oh.
This was an older one. Okay. Okay. Now it's just a matter of figuring
kind of
out
genre?
Like, hey?
Rock.
Rock.
Cool. So it's definitely
Nickelback?
like
It is not
hair
Nickelback.
metal or no? They weren't a thing in the 80s.
Can you repeat the line again?
If I get to know your name, well, I could trace your private number, baby.
And that's 2 minutes. May we have the chorus line?
I can't actually say the chorus line because it's just the name of the song over and over and over, but I will continue and continue for a little bit. All I know is that to me, you look like you're lots of fun. Open up your loving arms. I want some, want some.
This.
I hear the noise of I know this.
Yep.
I don't know this.
Oh my god, what is this? I don't know who the band is, but the song is "You Spin Me Right Round."
Yep.
You
It
spin
is.
me right
Fuck,
round.
who sings it though?
Fuck.
The band itself is actually not quite as well known, but the song is kind of a
Yeah, I'm
one-hit
pretty
wonder,
sure
I
that's
think,
kind
for
of like,
them.
yeah, it totally
Because
was.
there was a cover of it by somebody too. I don't
There
remember.
was.
Weirdly
Yeah.
enough, you know what? Because there's points for movies, right?
There's points for
Yeah.
It was
movies.
in one of the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies. It was in like the first one.
Well, it was in Wedding
I think
Singer
you're
too.
right.
I hate the fact that I know that.
Why do I feel like this is goddamn Akon or something?
It is
well,
not.
It's
Akon
not.
did a
It's
re-
totally
did a
not.
cover of it, I think.
Oh,
Akon did a
God,
cover
but
of
what
it,
are
but
they
Akon
called?
wasn't around in like the 80s. I knew the name of the band at one point. I just can't.
What is it? What is it? I know this. It was in the Jimmy Fallon show. What is it? What is it? We have 20 seconds. We have 20 seconds. We have 20
I'll
seconds.
give you
We have 20 seconds.
a hint. It's also
It's Dead or Alive. It's Dead or Alive.
yes,
Yes.
What?
Dead or
It's
Alive.
Dead or Alive.
That is the actual name.
Wow.
And I
Good job, Kira.
thoroughly encourage everyone to watch the music video.
I had 2 seconds.
Oh,
That's
it's a
what I was
trip.
thinking of. I'm like, I know the music video.
the music video is amazing. Like
It's
I
The music
literally,
video
fantastic.
is
I need
magical.
everyone to watch it as soon as possible.
That's what I was
Absolutely.
thinking of. I'm like, I know Jimmy Fallon did it, and they made fun of the music video,
Yeah.
and I know this song, and I know the original video. What
Yeah.
is it?
Good job.
Are
Kira.
you
I
giving
didn't
Chris the
expect that.
point for the discography?
I'll give it.
For-
Yeah, I'll give Chris a point for the Alvin and the Chipmunks.
All right.
Everybody gets a point.
Oh, that hurt my
Stepping
brain
on a
trying to
guy.
remember that. Everyone, we all get a
That
point.
makes me
Yay.
happy because
I was
I
dying.
I finally got you all. Well, I didn't get you all. You guys got the song, but it didn't take 3 seconds. Even though most of the songs I pick are generally pretty easy, and this one was like a little bit difficult.
No.
So I'm curious,
awesome.
with
Like,
that one
sometimes it
song, where did it place in the chart?
Oh, I'd have to take a look at the actual list again.
There, I'll look. You take a look
Yeah.
at the next song.
So, our next song, our not quite as well known song. Yeah, this will be interesting because I honestly never heard of this song either.
We'll see you. Well, you'll hear us all next week.
Absolutely.
Bye.